And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gents. This is your boy Casanova from Orlando, Florida, on this awesome international podcast, Good Wine and Great Laughs. Season 8, Episode 15, ladies and gents. First of all, if you are new to my YouTube channel, ladies and gents, I'd like to inform you that I am Casanova. Welcome to Casanova, and my YouTube channel is just the summary what today's episode is all about. You're going to hear about the wine of the day, like every Saturday I have a brand new wine, and also going to hear about the topic of the day, just the summary. If you want to, and my 2 cents about what I think about the topic, and if you like to listen to the entire podcast episode, all you need to do is click on the link below under the description. They're going to take you directly to Spotify so you can listen to the whole podcast information, ladies and gents, about the episode of the day. And today is Saturday, April the 13th, 2024, and the weather here in Orlando will be with plenty of sunshine, highs of 85 degrees and lows of 55. But before I jump on the topic of the day, I definitely have to talk about the wine of the day, ladies and gents. Today I have this white wine from Italy, and it's called right here. I don't know if you can see. The letter is Villa Sparina from this brand called Gavi. Unfortunately, there's no information about the wine in the back label, but like last time that a wine did not have information, I did my search and I found on this website called thewine.com, and it said the Villa Sparina Gavi. This one particularly is a vintage of 2022, and according to the website, it said the winemaker notes, it says it's a bright yellow color, delicate bouquet of flowers and fruit with a scent of peach. Full and rich flavor, they complete the grape ripening gives a wine which is soft on the palate with a fine aromatic flavor at the end. Now, in this website has this guy named James Suckling. He's a professional rating. I'm an amateur. He got the degree or whatever, the school over, but I'm here to let you know what I think. But according to James Suckling, said it's a creamy and fruity white with sliced apples and pears, as well as some flint, parsley, and fennel undertones. Medium body, fresh and satisfying. Drink now. Okay, Tiger, you don't have to tell me twice to drink. So let's see what this wine is all about, ladies and gents. And once again, there's another wine that I found at Costco here in Orlando. So you can look at your local Costco if you are a member, or maybe BJ's or whatever. And you're going to say, once again, this wine here is going to be available. A picture of this bottle is going to be available on all my social media. You can see it too right here, the Instagram and the Facebook, as well the LinkedIn page for my podcast, ladies and gents, is going to be available for you right there. So, like the color, bouquet, smell delicious. Ladies and gents, this is an excellent white wine. I definitely give a 10 for this. I'm not, if you knew, and I'm not a white wine drinker. It's not my favorite, but because the podcast, I drink all type of wine, and sometimes I get surprised about some white wine. This is a very, very good white wine, ladies and gents. I definitely recommend it. And this wine definitely make a spot here on my wine collection. Once again, it's Villa Sparina from this brand called Gavi, Gavi. If you like my recommendation, what you heard about Mr. Suckling, right there, I definitely agree with him. This wine is very, very good. He said drink now and definitely. I agree with him, ladies and gents. All right, let's jump on the topic of the day, ladies and gents. Previously, I was working my podcast and I have another topic. Everything was set up to do. I started work on this. Then, like in the beginning of the week, I have a topic. And then I found out on Thursday that O.J. Simpson died. So I definitely have to push it aside the previous topic that's going to be available for you on the next Saturday. But I have to discuss about the passing of O.J. Simpson, ladies and gents. What you're going to hear on this podcast is an interview with Stephen A. Smith, with one of the lawyers that was part of the defense team for O.J. Simpson, Mr. Douglas, Carl Douglas. He's the gentleman that you're going to hear in the podcast, being interviewed by Steve A. Smith about the whole situation, the information about back in the days, now what he thinks about now. Very good information. You need to listen to it because it was a very, very good information to one of the lawyers, Mr. Carl Douglas, that was there since the beginning, that he spent 18 months of his life work on the legal team to defend O.J. Simpson, ladies and gents. My 2 cents about this whole situation, I am not going to explore and they say anything. I feel sorry for the parents of Nicole and the other gentleman that ended up being killed on the situation, because it's not for any parents when they lose a child, regardless of how that child was living his or her life. As a parent, you definitely, I am a father, so I understand the painful situation their parent has to go through it when you lose a child. It doesn't matter how old that child is, can be 30, 40, 50 years old, but it's your child, you're going to feel that pain regardless. So I'm not going to explore that. And also, I'm not going to be talking about too much about my 2 cents about O.J. Simpson. I'm just focused on the victim's parent as well on O.J. Simpson's kids that now lost a father. Regardless of what you think about O.J. Simpson, the kids have nothing to do with how you feel. And also, the parents of Nicole and the other gentleman, that has nothing to do. Now, they have their own feelings related to O.J. Simpson. That's on them. My think here is about the kids. O.J. Simpson's kids. That you should not, whatever comes to do, just keep in mind that some young fellow people lost their father. So we gotta respect that mourning process. That's why I'm not going to be bashing O.J. Simpson. Whatever he did on that situation, we may agree or not, but on the content of the year 1994, what the corrupt police and the Los Angeles Police Department were doing, I understand. As a black man in America, I understand the struggle that we still have dealing with the police. I'm not saying that O.J. Simpson was innocent of the crime that he was alleged to commit. For those, I was born, but I was not in the United States yet. I was living in Brazil. So I did not follow everything like a lot of people from my age, from my generation that were here. That was basically a blockbuster. When the case, the trial was going, because Even the soap operas, they start playing soap opera just to show the tribe, that was being shown by the TV stations at the time, So, all I say about this whole situation, ladies and gents, that's what I say all the time. What we do on this earth, it goes to eternity. So this is between now the Almighty and O.J. Simpson. If he made peace with the Almighty, that's not my department to tell you or to make any declaration that this man is born in hell. Who else? I can say this about nobody, you know what I mean? Because in the final moments of every human being, the God that I know is a forgiving God. If the O.J. Simpson was there feeling that he's about to go to the upper room and have a conversation with the Almighty, it's like I say, this is the true entities that they're dealing with. But they are concerned about how I live my life, and then I teach my kids how to live a decent life, because every day that we live on this earth, like yesterday, is gone. So our clock is ticking, ladies and gents, on every day. So be careful on how you treat people, how you interact with other, because you're going to give account. If you believe or not, that's your prerogative. That's my beliefs, and I'm just stating what I think. That's why it's my true sense. So, my condolences to OJ's family. I hope during this difficult moment, because now besides you dealing with your own pain, you are now dealing with all the news and some wounds probably is going to come out from other people, and they're going to say some stuff that you definitely, as a family member of O.J. Simpson, you don't want to hear that. You'll just focus on your own personal pain, So that's why I'm not going to say anything about it. I want you to listen to this podcast right now, listen to the interview, and you make a conclusion about the conversation between Stephen A. Smith and Mr. Carl Douglas. I made my conclusion about it, but I'm not going to discuss that. I want you to listen to it and you think about it, and you let me know in the comments here what you think about the conversation between these two gentlemen, ladies and gents. So that's what the podcast is all about, ladies and gents. So this is your boy Casanova. Please be safe, be kind, and be blessed. Salute. Excellent one. And do the best what you can do with what you got. And I see you next Saturday with another awesome episode topic. Holla!
Coming with the put up for the number one spot. Push your